Hi friends, here is a beautiful problem from number 3. Right. We are given in a cryptic way that there are four letters here, four digits here, and four digits here. The sum is actually some five digits. Right. They are given in a cryptic way, the form of English letters. Send plus more equals money. We know some are common. So for example, M is repeating here, O is repeating here, E is repeating here at three times, N is also repeating. D, Y are not repeating, S is not repeating. We should be able to figure out what are these digits. Right. Now, how do we do this? This is very interesting. This is clearly, this is a four-digit number, and this is also a four-digit number. Right. Sum of two four-digit numbers. Right. Sum of two four-digit numbers, even if you take this one as 9999 or 9999, which is obviously not possible because all four digits are different. Even in the worst case, even if you take 9999, 9999, what is that? This number will become 19,000 something. Right. It will not become 20,000. Right. Because for 20,000, you need at least one five digit number. Right. Right. So we cannot create a 2 here. Right. We can at max create 1. Because four digit number for plus one more four digit number, the sum of it, if it is becoming 10,000, becoming a 5 digit, then it can at max become, it in the minimum it can start with 10,000, and at max it can become 19,000 something. Right. So that's why this M is actually 1. Right. This M can be 1 because max of two four-digit numbers can at max become 19998. So there is no way this first number can go beyond 1. Right. And minimum, because it is a five-digit number, minimum is again 1. So which gives us M equals 1. Very good. So we have figured out M is 1. Right. Now, if M is 1, this more can again now it can become a max of 1999. Right, 1999. Right, because first digit is 1. Right, and send can again, because it's a four digit number, it can become max of 9999. It is not exactly 9999. It can actually become max of 9876. And this one will become max of 1987. Because here, just for simplicity, we are taking all four as equal, but all four are not equal. Right. All for all for are in reality not equal. Then also this one, the second digit, even if you take the maximum, cannot go beyond one. Right. So this O doesn't have the option of 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Right. Because if O has to become 2, then this is not sufficient because even if you take send as 9999 and max as another 1999, then also it will become 11,998. That means O can at max become 1 only. O cannot go anywhere beyond 1. O cannot be 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Right. But 1 is already taken by M. That means O has to be 0 only. Right. O has to be 0 1. So we have figured out M and O, right? So let's replace that. 10 RESENDE plus 10 RE equals 10 NE1. Right. Now, so far so good. We are able to create something. Now, when there are two digit numbers, close on. What is the max that can be carried out to the next one? Max can that can be carried out. So for example, 9 plus 9. Right. This is 999. Right. So 9 plus 9, 18. 1 can be carried. Again, 9 plus 9, 18 plus 1, 19. Again, 1 can be carried. 1 can be carried like this. There is no way we can carry 2 or more. Right. Because if the number is less than 9, then it will become 17, 16, whatever, whatever. Even in the worst case also, we can at max carry ones. We cannot carry twos because there are only two numbers and max is 9, 9 plus 9. Then also we will carry one only. There is no way we can carry more than one. Right. Right. Now this E plus 0. We have figured out O is 0. E plus 0 is equals 1. That means what? That means there is something above E. Right. Because then nothing is carried forward, then E plus 0 should become E. Right. But this is not E. That means something, there is something above E, and we just realize nothing above E, there cannot be anything beyond 1. If it is 0, then E equals n. But then because E is not equal to n, that means because E is not equal to n, and because only 1 or 0 can get carried forward. So that means above E there is 1. Right. Above E there is 1, and it can't be more than 1. What does that mean? Automatically E plus 1 plus 0 is n. That means E plus 1 equals n. Right. E plus 1 equals n. Right. Now we have figured out we have only 9 digits. Right. 1 and 0 are not taken by m and o. N is the set is 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. N can be in this set. Right. N can be in this set only. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Right. So, is there anything above S? There cannot be anything above S because N can be in this set only. Right. So, and E is 1 less than N. Right. For example, N can be 2 if E is 1. N can be 3 if E is 2. But N cannot be 10. Can be 10. That means first of all n becomes 0, which is not possible. Then only 1 will get carried forward. N cannot be 11. N cannot be 11. Why? Because n is 11. Then what does that mean? E is not immediately uh, 1 less than E is not 0, right? So E plus 1 is actually equal to n. We already figured out E plus 1 equals n, right? So then that means E cannot be 1. E is 2, n is 3. E is 3, n is 4. E is 4, n is 5. E is 5, n is 6. Similarly, E is 6, n is 7. E is 7, n is 8. E is 8, n is 9. This is what, right? If n is 9, E is 8, n is 9. So there is nothing that will get carried forward S. In all the other cases also. In all the cases, there is nothing that can carry forward from n. The only case when something will get carried forward in is when e plus 1 e plus 1 is greater than 10. Right, but e is a single digit and above e is 1 only. If it was not 0, then we can assume that is some e plus 1 plus something will can become 12, 13, 14, 15, whatever. But here this is 0. This is 0, and the one that is carried forward is at max 1, right? And e can be at max 9. Even if e is 9, 9 plus 1 will become 10, right? 10 is not possible because that means n becomes 0, n is not 0 because already O is 0. So this is not possible. So e cannot be 9, e can be 8, 7, 6, whatever. But whatever is the case, what that means is there is nothing above s, right? There is nothing above s. What that means is if this is 0, then S has to be 9. Right. So S is 9. That's what we have figured out. There's nothing above S. Then that means S has to be 9. Right. Now let's see. N plus R plus something. If something is there above this. Let's assume something is here. Something above 9, above N. Right. N plus R plus something equals E plus 10. For example, 3 because n is greater than e in terms of digits, right? N is greater than 3. For example, n can be e and n can be like this. N is 7, e equals 6, right? So, but what here we are saying, n plus r equals e. So, 7 plus something, 7 plus something equals 6. It is not possible, right? 7 plus something equals 6 is not possible. That means there is something above which makes it n plus r plus that something which becomes e plus 10, right? For example, n is 6 and if r is something 6 plus 8, then 6 plus 8, 14. 14 can, this 4 is actually less than 6 plus 1. Then this 5. Right. Then this 5 is actually less than n. This is E, this is n. So otherwise there is no way this digit can be less than this. This digit can be less than this only when this plus this equals this plus 10. Right. N plus R plus whatever that something again can be max 1 only. Right. Something n plus r plus 1 can become e plus 10. That's something we already know. It is 1 only. Because whatever is carried forwarded can be 1 only max. Because there are only two numbers. Now, without carry forward, without let's say that something is 0, there is no way this n plus something becomes e when e is less than n. Right. Right. And we already know one is already carry forward here. Right. So n plus r plus something equals e plus whatever this 10. Right. E plus 10. But we know e equals n minus 1. Let's substitute that here. So r plus something equals 9. Right. This n and this n will get cancelled. R plus something equals 9. Right. Now that automatically makes r equals 8 because s is already 9 and we know something is already there. That means something is 1. R plus 1 is 9. R equals 8. Right. R equals 8. Now we are left with 8. Right. 108, 9, 108, this 9 and this 10 we have figured out. Right. Now let's see one thing. Here we have 1, here we have 1. Right. Now d plus e equals y. Here we have 1. That means d plus e should be greater than 10. D plus e should be greater than 10. Right. And so far we have filtered out 0, 1, right. Then 8, 9. These four numbers are gone. What are the numbers that are left? 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Only these numbers are left. For D, E, Y, and N. Right. Now, D plus it should be greater than 10. That's how this one is getting carried forward. Right. Now, here 7 plus 2 equals 9. Right. So that's why this 2 is there in one of these. Y cannot cross. 2 plus C cannot cross 10. So 2 is gone among D and E. Right. 7 plus 3, if it becomes 10, then that means Y should become 0, which is not 0 because 0 is already taken. So this is also gone. 7 plus 3. 7 plus 4, 11, which is also not possible. Right. If 4 is there, there is only one option, which is 7. 7 plus 4, 11. So that means y should be 1. But m is already 1, so 4 is also not there. Right. We have 5, 6. 6 plus 5, 11 is the same problem. Or because 1 is already taken, so we cannot take 1. Y cannot become 1. So only option that is left is 7 plus 5. Right. D comma E should be in 7 comma 5. Right. Then what is E? What is E? If E is 7, if E is 7, that means N has to become 8 because N is E plus 1. We have already figured out. Right. N is E plus 1. Right. If E is 1, N has to become 8, but N cannot become 8 because R is already 8. That means E has to be 5 only, and then E has to become 7. Right? This becomes 5, this becomes 7. If E becomes 5, becomes 6. This becomes 5. Right? That's how that is our number. Right? 9, 5, 6, 7, 1, 0, 8, 5. The sum of that, what is N? N is 6, E is 5, Y is 2. Right? This is our final answer. This is a nice problem, little tricky problem, but it really worth enjoying. Thank you guys. Hope you enjoyed this.